Welcome to a journey beneath the waves, where the secrets of the deep await discovery. Imagine a world where history sleeps undisturbed for centuries, hidden beneath layers of water and time. Today, we'll explore remarkable underwater finds, lost cities, ancient treasures, and forgotten stories, all waiting to resurface. So settle in as we dive into the mysteries of the oceans and uncover what lies beneath. Virtually every piece of land in the world has been discovered by humans. There are few to no more secrets for us humans. That is different with the underwater world. As everyone no doubt knows, most of the Earth consists of water. About 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. About 95% of the surface of the Earth beneath this enormous body of water is still a mystery and has not yet been researched or discovered by anyone. And that while there will also be a lot of beautiful, old, secret, hidden mysteries. Just look at this list of invaluable discoveries made on the seabed. Many discoveries will surprise you. 1. The sunken city of years ago. The sunken city of Pavlopetri was found off the south coast of Greece, which should probably be around 5,000 years old. The fragments found during the discovery indicated that the city had to be founded around 3000 BC. In addition to pot shards, foundations of buildings, streets, and graves were also found in the old port city. The 9-hectare site is believed to have been submerged about 1,000 years before Christ due to earthquakes and shifting land. 2. The lost city of Heraklion. Another city, incidentally, was also found in the Mediterranean Sea, the Egyptian city of Heraklion. For more than 200 years, the city had been hidden under the sand and mud. Despite all this time, incredibly well-preserved coastal areas have been uncovered. Archaeologists think that the city, which was close to Alexandria, was sunk due to earthquakes and tsunamis. The large buildings in the place were so heavy that the clay and soil underneath could no longer bear the weight, and everything slowly became submerged. In the year 2000, ruins of the lost city were found about 10 meters below the surface of the water. 3. An underwater cemetery full of old ships. In recent years, no fewer than 58 old shipwrecks have been found off the coast of the Greek archipelago Forni. The submarine cemetery may well be the largest concentration of old ships in European waters ever. It houses vessels from ancient Greece around 700 BC to ships that sank in the 20th century. The old vessels were still full of treasures and other antiques because they were more than 40 meters deep. If they had been a little higher, treasure diggers would probably have robbed them long ago. The many wrecks are proof that the place must always have been a busy shipping and trade route around Greece. 4. The Hanukkah Rome. A few years ago, just south of the Finnish island of Usero, the wreck of the Hanukkah Rome was found. The disaster that occurred in 1468 and caused the ship to collapse is known as one of the most serious ship accidents in the Baltic. There were about 200 passengers and crew on board, all of whom died after the ship hit a severe storm. In addition, some 10,000 gold coins were lost, which today would be worth around 50 million €. Although the Antikythera shipwreck was already discovered in 1901 off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, it still finds hidden treasures. After bronze statues, dozens of luxury items, and even a human skeleton, researchers continue to make archaeological finds in the wreck. The ship dates from around 60 BC and probably sank on its way from the Turkish town of Pergamum to the Italian city of Rome. Although people have known about the ship's existence for more than 100 years, archaeologists say there is much more to discover. 5. The disappeared city of Kai. A group of archaeologists and geophysicists believe that a few hundred meters off the coast of Turkey lies a vanished island in the eastern Aegean Sea, where once the ancient city of Kani lay. For a long time, the precise location of this city was unclear. The city is known because, close to the site, In the year 46 BC, an important naval battle took place between Athens and Sparta during the Peloponnesian War. Although Kai was only a small town in ancient times, it was on the strategic Aegean Sea trade route from the Black Sea to the south coast of Turkey and had a large harbor where ships could shelter from storms. 6. A 1,500-year-old sword. It was warm, sunny weather, perfect for a refreshing dip. 8-year-old Saga Vanich decided to enter the Swedish Vidostern Lake unsuspectingly. The Swedish-American girl was in a holiday home with her parents on the lake during her vacation when she made a special discovery. The water level was very low due to the extreme drought, as a result of which the young Saga walked into the lake and felt something under her foot. I felt underwater and lifted it up. There was a handle on the heavy thing. Then I saw that it was a sword, the girl said. It turned out to be a sword about 2,500 years old, even from the time before the known Vikings. Due to its striking blue color, the largest lake in Turkey, Van Lake, is a magnet for many swimming enthusiasts. However, the lake in the far east of the country has even more to offer. An ancient city has been hidden beneath the surface for thousands of years. During a diving expedition, the ruins of an ancient fort were discovered, spread over an area of a kilometer. The visible parts show fortress walls about 3 to 4 meters high. You can also see large stones stacked on top of each other. Based on an initial exploration, the team thinks the remains are around 3,000 years old, which means they date from the Eurasian Iron Age. 7. The Danish warship, the Gunda. A special figurehead was found in 2015. It turned out to be from the Danish warship Gunda, which had lain on the bottom of the Baltic Sea since 1495. The 300 kilos heavy figurehead was meant to inspire enemies. It looked like a dragon's head that seemed to be eating a person. Unfortunately, the ship caught fire off the coast of Sweden when it was on its way from Copenhagen to Kalmar, after which it sank to the seabed. Although it had been on the seabed for around 500 years, the 11-meter-long oak figurehead appeared to have been well preserved. 8. The oldest city, Dwarka. At the start of the millennium, the oldest city in the world was found in the Gulf of Kambat, the city of Dwarka. It is estimated that the ruins are at least 7,500 years old and at most 32,000 years old. For a long time it seemed to be a legend, but in the end it turned out to be true. There would have been around 70,000 golden and silver palaces in the city. The city lies some 20 kilometers off the coast of Gujarat and must have been about 9 kilometers long and almost 5 kilometers wide. Even now the city of Dwarka still exists, but this is already the 7th city with that name built in the area. The other 6 are probably all swallowed up by the sea. In 1987, the Japanese diver Kihachiro Aratake made a special discovery when he was diving near the island of Yonaguni. At a depth of 30 meters, a few dozen meters below the surface of the water, he came across a huge complex of rock formations. When he investigated the area better, he discovered that it consisted of, among other things, a stair pyramid of about 2 football fields. The 25-meter-high monument has been below sea level for around 8,000 years. That is also the reason that, until today, there is disagreement as to whether this may have been made by humans or whether it is a natural phenomenon. 9. Christ of the Abyss. In the San Frutuoso Bay, between the Italian cities of Camogli and Portofino, there is a very special statue at a depth of 15 meters, the so-called Cristo degli Abissi, Christ of the Abyss. In the year 1954, this 260-kilogram statue was placed there by the artist Guido Galletti in honor of the Italian diver Dario Gonzatti, who died there. The statue represents Jesus Christ, who throws his arms and head into the air and grants a blessing of peace. With a calm sea, the water is so clear that you can clearly see the statue from a boat. 10. Sacom. There are many cenotes on the Mexican Yucatan Peninsula, sinkholes full of groundwater. The best known of these is the Sacom, which was feared as early as the Mayan era. Over time, researchers have found many human and animal remains in the natural well, including 15 skulls that are supposedly from the Mayan civilization. They were found in various chambers in the deep well that were connected to each other. Presumably, it was a kind of burial place for the sick and weak from the ancient Mayan city of Mayapan, which had around 177,000 inhabitants between 1150 and 1450 AD. 11. The Underwater Museum of Cancun. In Cancun, a real underwater museum has been built in which quite strange statues have been placed. It is as if people actually live underwater.